Just so I know.
Hey, baby.
What episode? Episode 23.
24. Maybe.
I'm waiting for Joel.
Maybe.
It really depends on what you want to call the bonus episode, if it's 23 or if it's 22 bonus.
Ooh, that's fair.
Because it's set to upload on tomorrow at noon, so you guys better decide soon. So I can change it. This is either 23 or 24. Joel, go with the intro.
Hey, baby. I'm going buddy your bread.
Oh, God. Ursula, help.
What the fuck?
Oh, God.
Have you never seen Super Troopers?
No.
No?
Oh, dear God.
You
I have not
don't
seen
have
Super
these?
Troopers.
We have voice changers. You don't?
We used to watch it at Trace's house in the basement.
Baby, I'm going to need to borrow another pair of underwear.
From MeUndies.
Oh,
Yeah.
I tweeted at MeUndies earlier from the
Hey, guys,
and
I gotta work
that's why
on my
Joel was mentioning strawberries
hyped up
earlier. 'cause they're
announcer
strawberries,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, too bad we don't have a sponsor.
No shit.
Hey, MeUndies.
At
Bush
MeUndies.
Insert
Bush
sponsor
Light, Red
here.
Bull, MeUndies. Come
At
on,
Bush
let's
Light.
Insert
At
sponsor
Red Bull.
here. You know, we'll even take Bang Energy at this point. I mean, it's killing people, but fuck it.
Is it killing people?
go. Yeah,
Yeah,
send
it's
somebody to
fucking
the
people
fucking
up.
hospital.
I mean, it's
No.
messing people up.
Yes,
It's probably
it did.
fucking people up the same
No,
way
it
Monster was.
no.
People are drinking
The
too
way,
many of them.
Yeah, the way people slug it.
Yeah.
Apparently-
That's their fault.
No, it's not the fucking company's problem. It's the
Well,
person's problem.
Yes, but
Agreed.
still, at
If you
the same
drink
time.
3 or 4 Bang Energy drinks, what
No,
the fuck do you
supposedly-
expect to happen?
Supposedly, it's like someone doing it like once a day.
No, there's no way doing one Bang Energy once a
Supposedly.
day.
But that's one a day. I read something that depending on what energy drink that you have, there's a certain amount of water and a certain amount of days it takes to dilute out of your kidneys.
That's
I
true
can
of
see that.
anything,
So-
though.
But
You should
imagine
drink
if
water.
Imagine if you have one a day, how much that's building up inside your body.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I have
You
one
have a
energy
heart
drink a
attack
day,
and
but I
die.
also drink water like a
Right.
normal person,
Right.
like you're
You-
fucking
you have
supposed
a
to.
bang
Don't
a
drink
day?
water
Not
at
a bang.
all.
I drink Monster
I have coffee
Pipeline
every
Punch.
day.
See, but like there's people that
Well,
drink.
not every day.
If you drink Coke all the time, it's supposed to give you kidney stones.
Well, it's
Like,
supposed to fucking
any
fuck
soda
up
is
your
supposed
stomach
to be
too.
Right.
I used to drink-
but no one says anything for kidney stones because you drink so much pop, you're fucking yourself.
I used to drink like 44 ounces a day. Like in the morning, I'd get a
Jesus
44 ounce
fucking Christ.
every single day.
Holy shit.
And then I would drink a can of pop or two at night.
Jesus.
So I quit that because I was like, this
Yeah,
is probably
fuck.
not good
Do you
for
drink? Do you drink soda at all now?
I quit pop.
Okay.
I've been out.
That a boy?
Pop is addicting.
Haven't
Welcome
lost
to the
Fuck.
any
Welcome
fucking weight.
to
I
the
think I got
fucking
heavier.
world.
I think I gained a couple
I
pounds.
got
Well,
heavier
you started
too.
drinking beer
I was like,
instead.
yeah,
is what
beer,
happened.
beer took
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah,
This is some
I've got a
bullshit.
fantastic gut. I'm at my target weight for my height, but it's not because I'm strong. It's because I got the fucking belly
I
going.
come
I'm
over
overweight.
thirsty all the time because I don't drink pop
Fuck.
all day. I'm like, well, I need to drink some beer.
Drink
Yeah.
water.
I go home and drink
Seriously,
beer.
drinking beer just on Wednesday nights caused me to gain
Feel
10
you there.
pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Well, have
You
you
drink
seen how
beer
much
every other
beer we
night?
drink?
Yeah, we
You
do
see how many
drink a lot.
how many we polished off tonight?
We're at
19.
we
Fridge was full.
no, we
18?
we've probably finished a 30 rack at this
we
point.
took
Yeah.
down 18 outside.
Jesus.
We took down 18.
And that
That was from the
that was-
game.
That's
That's
that
not
was from the
before.
game. That was,
That's not
there was,
now.
there was
Just
one
from beer darts.
thrown in. That was me. I threw my one beer in.
I threw
but
mine
beer
in.
darts was 18.
So it's a good thing we brought two.
So
'cause
16
otherwise
probably.
we'd be.
But that's the thing.
This is
If
what
we hadn't
happens
brought
every
two,
time.
We wouldn't have
we
played
finish
that,
a 30
probably.
rack every week. This is why Bush Light needs to sponsor us.
It's true.
We will drink your beer and say, hey, drink Bush Light every week.
We
Bush
spend
Light.
we spend $20 a week
Bush.
on Bush Light probably,
Sometimes 40.
and what 15 of that sees Bush. I mean, what's the markup on a 30 rack?
I'm not sure. In the
Nobody's
store.
worked. Yeah, nobody's worked at like a gas station or like a grocery
Hey,
store, so nobody
Chris.
knows.
But
What?
in the
I have
in-
worked at a grocery store.
So what
but
well, how
I
much
don't
is the
fucking-
market? Well, you
I
were too
was-
young
He
to
was
have
fucking
known.
12.
Beer was the devil.
What you're
Yeah.
getting at is
I couldn't touch it.
we love
Beer's
Bush.
still the devil.
Yeah, we drink the shit out of some Bush Light
We
or
love
some
Bush.
Bud Light,
We-
which both owned by the same brewery. So
Like Bush on
hello,
my face.
Anheuser
Yes,
Busch.
we
Bush
love
on my
Bush.
mouth.
Anheuser-Busch, sponsor us,
love
goddamn
I
it.
drove by the Anheuser-Busch.
We have a
plant and I
distribution
waved. I
center
said, "Hey."
in our fucking
That's
like
it.
not even a mile from here.
Yes,
What?
I know.
The Budweiser distribution center is
Yeah.
not even a mile from
Yeah,
here.
but that's owned by like Quality.
Let's
or
walk over there and
Whatever,
picket
it's
it.
still Anheuser-Busch.
Yeah, it's a whole different company.
Nah, it's the same company. It's a subcontractor. Same company.
Whatever company distributes it in Omaha. So
Whatever, it's got a
Quality or
big ass
Republic.
fucking Budweiser sign on the side of it.
Yes, but that's because Quality owns that.
Whatever. They're still distributing this beer.
Correct.
That we like
I could try
That
to
we
talk
like.
to
a lot.
the
That we
rep.
drink about 30 a week.
I'll talk to the rep.
All right, cool.
Hey, Rep. We want some more beer.
Nailed it.
Brendan, you said you had topics. What's your
You
topic?
did. We're looking
It's
at you
kind
now.
of like last week where I just
Oh,
had
all right,
some.
all right,
That's
cool.
Some
totally.
things that
Wait,
I
hold on.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on. We got shots right there.
Oh,
yeah.
Chris
God
caught
damn
the
it.
shit.
I thought,
Damn.
I've been looking at him like, oh shit, we're gonna skip over theirs. Hell yeah.
Fuck you. It's the Last Shot Podcast,
Hey, look, they
a.k.a. the
separated.
First
What
Shot
the
Podcast.
hell?
Say, is there ever
Who
a
gets
last
that one?
shot?
That's the weakest. Oh, that's actually the strongest one. Matt gets it because he doesn't have to go anywhere.
Bitch.
Bitch.
Bush.
I'm going to love you,
Bush.
bitch. I'm never going to stop loving you,
Bitch.
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 Looks a little
The best part about that Vine is how like happy the girl actually seems that he's
Right.
singing it.
She's just like, oh.
So I've added a whole shitload of vines to my favorites list lately.
So
Later we can go
here.
upstairs and listen to
we
them.
are taking apps.
it's a pineapple upside
Apple.
down shot.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
apple.
But
upside
it's
Which is
not mixed.
vanilla
pineapple
vodka,
upside down.
vanilla vodka, and pineapple juice, and a splash of grenadine.
There's supposed to be sour in this.
We've done this
no,
before.
I looked it up. There is not.
Oh, all right.
Maybe you do it differently, but
That wasn't bad.
Hella pineapple.
That was pretty good.
Holy pineapple.
a couple of those were a little bit stronger than others. But
I love pineapple.
Hey guys, I couldn't taste shit.
That's 'cause you can't
if
fucking
you can't
smell,
tell,
you
Joel is a
bastard.
little sick.
I'm
Hold on.
sick as fuck.
Joel is the soul for this.
Before Brendan brings
podcast.
up his shit, I have actually a philosophical, well, more
I
of
can't
a
taste shit.
human issue.
That's fucking disgusting.
Probably we've talked about this before, but I was thinking about it driving to La Crosse and all that. If, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 of us went through a shooting, but if you were the person to
I was already graduated when that happened.
stop the shooter
Yep.
and you went on, what the fuck?
You know what it is.
Have any of you
know what
guys
it
done
is.
that filter?
Yeah.
The Snapchat
No.
filter?
It's a
I'm
guy.
worried.
Yeah.
Yo, fuck that filter.
Have you tried it? Or
This
have
is the,
I'm gonna try it right
the
now.
girl
Your
Your
wife
wife
forced you
fucking
to try it?
asshole at work taking pictures of me while
Trace,
I was
finish
while
your
I was
story.
trying to do a
Nope.
meeting.
No,
Before I was going.
I'm sorry. He brought it up. I just had to ask. But
4 of us
I
went through the
have,
shootings.
yes.
What do you gonna
I
do?
did it, sent
Did you
it to
look hot?
Cassidy, and then she sent, I did not look hot.
Oh.
She sent back one as a guy, and she looked like a pretty decent guy. And I was like, well, you
Oh.
just have to win at everything.
Oh,
Mine-
she
mine-
is
So-
a lesbian.
So wait, no, I was going the other way. I was like, Brendan's only 10% straight.
Oh. There we
No,
go.
not me.
Cassidy is the
Bringing it up
10%.
from last week.
Well, on that note, I'm going to scoot over.
I can still
Billy
touch you.
My question
Don't
is
worry,
to
Billy,
you
you're not his
guys.
type.
My question to you is if you were on national news, no matter CNN, Fox News,
How the
KT,
fuck do I do
whatever
filters?
the fuck
Is that
it
you? Oh.
Keep going.
How the fuck
whatever
do I do
the fuck
filters?
it is.
Oh,
If
I know how.
you went through shooting, stop the shooter. How much? First of all, I'm actually going to ask, how many of you like guns?
I'm not.
Say
I'm not really
I-
against them.
I'd shoot him, but
Okay.
What else are you
four
gonna
of us,
do with
hold
them?
on, 4 of us went through shooting.
look at him.
Okay. If you were the person to stop the shooter, and I was thinking about this, if you were the person to stop the shooter, and let's say you went on CNN, which is a leftist
Is it?
media company.
In the
Yes.
past, CNN's all that
Right.
played at the base hospital.
It's a leftist.
Would I get left
But-
or right on Tinder? Left or right?
You
Left.
get a left.
Left?
Left. Well, by your standards,
How-
you swipe
hold
right
on,
for
hold on.
everybody, and then
Yeah. I was gonna say, how long have I been on Tinder? How dry are my inbox messages?
Dry, literally and
Oh.
figuratively.
All right, you're getting a
uninstalled.
How
fucking
would you
right
respond
and a message.
to a question of gun control? My thing is I think we
getting
need to
political on
Serious.
this
We're
podcast.
getting
Well,
serious.
no,
Jesus.
I want to know.
So okay,
because here's my thing.
The frog that's talking now is Joel.
Gun control only happens with people control. It doesn't happen with gun control because if you look at Chicago, they have no guns, but they have the most gun
Murder
homicides.
So
You're telling me that if we get people to stop using guns, it's going to get rid of guns? It ain't going to happen.
you
The
wanna-
thing is-
so my take. Can I interrupt you?
Yeah,
real quick?
Joel, go ahead.
Thanks. So I'm not a big gun guy, but I like shooting guns. It's fun as fuck, right? And I know the difference between right and wrong. Political thinking. Sorry, I can hardly fucking talk.
No, you're good.
Politically thinking, I think there is a right and a wrong to guns. But I think the wrong is that there's already too many out there that you can't put a ban because they're everywhere. I think there's a right way to do it where everyone should have the right to own a gun.
It's
for
your Second Amendment.
self-defense.
Almost.
100%.
Well,
Especially
no. Your Second Amendment
No,
is
the
a right
Second
to
Amendment-
bear arms.
The Second
That
Amendment
doesn't mean
is,
it's a right to bear a gun.
No,
It's
that's an
arms,
arm.
weapons, arms.
This day and
Which
age.
what is a gun?
I mean, when they wrote the law,
It's a
it was a
weapon.
musket.
Yeah.
No,
But
it was,
to be
it
fair-
was literally a musket when
to
they wrote
be
the
fair, the law is literally written because it's not written in the Second Amendment, but it's written later in the Declaration or the Constitution rather. It's specifically to be
law. Able to defend yourself against a tyrannical government.
right.
Exactly.
So that means
that means
you
that we
can
should be
have
able to
the
own
same
tanks.
weapon
I mean, yeah.
as the government.
So then I should be able.
Freaking.
Yeah. Okay. So I need to own my own
Abrams tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Predator
fine.
unmanned aerial
Fucking
vehicle
own it.
to
Yeah.
you
but
should
it's
have
not-
to get a
but it's not
Class B
legal.
If they
license
rise
and
up,
you
like-
can own it.
The balance of power is against the common person.
Right,
Although to be
but
fair,
when people
we have
say,
lost.
When
no,
people
hold
say,
on, hold on.
when people say the fucking musket thing, it's bullshit.
It's
We've
not
lost-
though
Not about
because
the
there
fucking
weren't
musket.
machine guns in
But
1776.
later on, it says you should be able to go against tyrant governments. So
Yeah.
that means you should be able to own what the government.
be fair,
owns.
Oh, the only thing I'm stating is that they didn't have machine guns in 1776.
Yeah,
they had
that was-
muskets and cannons.
Right.
They did not
but
have.
They weren't thinking about
guns.
1776. They
No,
were
they were
thinking about
thinking-
1,000 years
Yes,
later.
but they never
Right.
imagined that people would have fully
They
automatic
didn't know
weapons.
What it would
Yeah,
get to.
they didn't know what it was.
I'm
They
just
thought-
stating, literally, when they wrote those words on the piece of paper, they were talking about muskets
How do you know what they were talking
Well, they were
about?
thinking about muskets.
because they had no concept of anything other than that.
That's
Yeah.
all they
That'd
do.
be the
But they thought 1,000 years in advance.
Okay,
But
so
if
if
we-
I'm going to write my own constitution right now, I'm going to say, you can own
no ray gun.
AR-15s,
you can own
but you can't have a ray
semi-automatic
gun.
rifles, but no ray guns, no laser guns. Nobody's going to do that because that's not a fucking thing.
Right, and you can't
You can't safeguard against futures
the
that
only
could
way
not
that-
happen.
the only
So
reason
then
the
why do
Constitution is
people get so
stood.
upset about it?
The only
because
reason,
some people take things too far.
right. The
Because-
only, it's
Because
the same reason why
every person can take something too
it's
far.
the same reason why there are certain sects of Christianity that are just fucking out there. It's because anybody can interpret it whatever they want. You're not gonna write it explicitly because it's just gonna get fucking overwritten later.
It's over. I mean, technically, it's overwritten.
No,
when
it's
it was written.
well. I mean, yes and no.
I mean,
We're just
I mean,
defining.
people would argue that it's not.
We're just
I mean,
defining
right.
what the right of
There's two
right
sides
to bear
to
arms
every
is.
argument.
So, what is the right to bear arms to you, Matt?
The right to defend yourself and your property.
Yes.
From a tyrannical government.
So,
Well, I mean, just to bear arms is the right to protect
Well,
myself
yeah,
and my
just the
property.
Second
Right.
Amendment.
The
on
way
its own.
I look at it, if the government's coming to get you,
You're
you're
fucked
going
already.
to die.
There
No
is-
matter what you
there is
I
have.
will, I
you
will
can do.
die. I
Here's
don't
the flip
care.
side, though.
I
Here's
will
the-
die.
No matter
Here's
what
the
you
flip side,
have.
though. The flip side of it is we have lost 1, 2, 3, at least 3 wars against people who have nothing more than an AK-47 and some goats.
That's
And some
because
trees
to hide behind.
AK-47
I'll
is
take an
the
AK-47
best
any day.
fucking rifle you can ever own.
Fine, whatever. My point isn't so much about the rifle itself; it's about just small arms.
Tactics.
And
Small arms, an AK-47 is fully auto. You're telling me we can't own fully auto?
That's literally the definition of small arms.
That's
Is
fine.
a handheld armament.
We can win it.
Small arms.
If the government tried to take over the rest of the United States, there's enough people in the United States
and there's
that
enough
would be able
independent
to take
thinking
it over.
people in the military that wouldn't go along with it.
Right.
as
That's
well.
my other thing. Is I want to know how
right.
many people would
No,
desert
I get that. But
the
my
instant
thing
that
is,
war is declared. The instant that a civil war happens. I want to know. And it's one of those things, it's one of my morbid curiosities. I never want that to happen. That is the worst thing. And the thing is that if you are somebody who is if you are a true patriot, you never want to go to war. Ever.
No, I
You
don't
would.
want to go to
You
war.
should never want to go to war.
I also don't want socialism in my country.
Fine, but you should never want to go to war.
I'll go to war over
There
socialism.
should be plenty other means before you
Yeah.
shoot
There-
guns.
there's
and go to
lots.
war.
That's why.
There's a lot
You're telling
to
me
it.
a lot
mean,
of people won't.
First
right,
past the post.
Think
yeah,
about it right now.
Fine. If it came to that, fine.
You're telling
but
me
we're
two
talking
sides
about.
would not meet with violence.
We've got 2 or 3 different steps that need to happen before that happens.
No, I'm not
Because
saying
we've
the government,
referenced it
I'm
on this
saying
podcast. We talked
civilians.
about how the Trump Hillary thing, if you looked at the right places on the internet, people were like, it's going to be a fucking civil war.
Right.
People are
So-
going to go out in the streets and they're going to start fucking shooting
So-
each other. And guess what didn't fucking happen? That
Because
didn't fucking happen.
I
that
meant to
takes
get on
effort on most people's parts, and most people don't want to put
Right.
in that kind of fucking effort.
I meant to get on the shooting aspect, like when people go and shoot people.
Yeah, they're
I
fucking
think-
usually mentally disturbed. If
Right.
we're talking
So
about school
I don't
shootings
think-
or
I
just
don't
like shooting
think
in
that
random
you should
places like
ban
Von Mar.
Guns. Now, do I think it should be harder and you should probably have a
Yes,
license to carry?
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But
Yeah.
you should.
But
That's
I
what
love
gun-
guns.
that's
I
literally
shoot
what gun
guns. I would
control
own as
means.
But the
many
thing
guns-
about it
no,
is- the
not
thing
to a
about it
lot
is,
of
though-
people. Gun control to a lot of fucking people.
to some loud people, not to a lot of people.
Yeah, if you
to
look at the same
vocal
60 people on
minority.
Twitter,
That's
it's
fair.
that's what it
vocal
means.
minority.
But
There are a couple of people that talk very, very loud and want you to hear what they have to say. There are a lot of people that don't give a flying fuck or just don't really care for their opinion to be heard.
Yeah,
and those
if-
people aren't trying to take fucking guns. It's
Right.
the 5% of people that are.
Yeah, if you
It's
go and
not
talk,
most
and I-
people.
and
if you
I get
average
that.
out the answers, if you say answer 1 if you want to keep all guns, answer 2 if you think that maybe some guns, maybe guns should be harder to obtain, and then 3, all guns should be illegal, and you average out those answers, you're going to average a 2.
So
I mean, not
I
even.
guarantee it.
I mean,
If
you're
you-
going to be
if
at like
you-
90% for a
If
2.
you poll 330 million people,
right, but I
that's
think that
that's roughly the population of the United States. If you poll 330 million
I
people,
think that-
you're going to end up with a 2 as your average.
Joe Rogan said it best. A mental health thing
Ban
is
all dragons.
disguised by a gun thing.
It's easy to talk about guns and say, well, we need to ban guns.
Right.
What happens next? All the fucking
They'll
depressed
get
as
a
shit
car,
people like
they'll
me
get a knife,
are gonna
they'll
go
get
and they'll go, like in France, they'll fucking get a truck, they'll run a bunch of people over.
Right.
Oh, that doesn't work? Okay, they're gonna get a fucking
Did
machete
anybody
and
else
start
notice he
chopping
said like
people up.
me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't have a fucking great
Yeah.
mental state.
So-
I thought about committing suicide. We've talked about maybe doing this as a podcast. This is not like a fucking secret for me, honestly. Like, if we talk about a bunch of
giving
people,
you shit, by the way.
no, you're good. 1 or 2 things go wrong in my life with my mental state in high school, and I shoot up a school. I don't fucking think about killing myself. That's literally all it is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't become the Millard South shooter. I think about putting a gun in my own mouth, which I did, by the way. I couldn't find any ammo. That's the only reason I'm fucking here. But like, seriously,
Chris, you wild as fuck.
So-
that's the only difference.
can I
you gotta address the mental health of the generation that we're at right now.
Can I
and
throw
like,
a side
hold on,
note?
but before you do,
No.
I found an article that said that millennials, so older millennials, specifically people in this room right now, because I'm 28 and most everybody else in here is 26, except for Billy, who's also my same age,
25.
roughly, whatever.
Hey, I'm
you
only
guys,
27.
you guys,
5.
you guys graduated.
We're all
2
25.
You guys graduated 2 years after me, though.
Yeah.
I'm only 27. Don't group me in that.
Goddamn. So 4 out of 6 people in here graduated 2011, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
2 graduated 2009. Older millennials, which is us in this room, are more likely to die sooner than Generation X people at the same age. We have a higher rate of heart disease, high stress, depression, suicide, all of that. So you consider that. And this is even before we were what we are now. So I was still in high school. So, like, you think about it, like, somebody my age, right? Because the kid who shot up Millard South was graduated already. Or he's a
No,
senior.
he was our age.
He was our age. He was
Your
in our
age?
grade.
Yeah.
He was supposed to graduate with
Yeah.
us.
So he's only a couple years younger than me.
Yeah.
So still firmly in the millennial territory and firmly in the you're probably going to die sooner of heart disease. Die not before your parents necessarily, because most millennials' parents are boomers, not Generation Xers. But we have a higher rate of all of these life-threatening diseases than Generation Xers at our same age. You're muted.
we have all fucking more chemicals in our shit than they did.
Well, that and, look at what we inherited.
Well, yeah, shitty fucking place to live.
Right.
but-
All about that.
So, again, you are 1 or 2 critical moments away from being the Millard South shooter or the Von Mar shooter or any of those people.
Are you though?
You are.
Are
I
you?
promise you.
Because if you had a really fucking shitty ass month or year, you really gonna take a gun and gonna be like, "Fuck this!" Blah 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 blah.
It's the difference
Something
between
can crack. I mean,
It's the
you
difference
never
between-
know
I
what's
don't-
going to happen.
I think.
it's the difference
I
between
think
that
it's how
or killing
you're raised.
yourself.
I think it's how you're raised.
I mean,
I mean, killing yourself.
that
that's
plays
different.
into it, But
It's
there
all
are
nature
things that
versus
can-
nurture.
There are
Because
things
killing
that can
yourself
happen that
is
will
a
affect
whole
you.
different world.
The thing is, it's all in your brain. Like I mean, it's certain things can trigger one thing, and then something else can trigger a complete opposite thing.
So
And the
Right,
problem
but I
is
don't
that all the
think-
doctors that study that science don't know most of what's happening in that science because
Psychology.
nobody
It's
can.
it's all fucking. It's
Because guess what? Nobody's brain is the same.
Right.
It's a hard
you can
science
take
to study.
identical twins and they raise them the
Think
exact same way, and they will turn
separately.
out differently.
Right.
Well, even not
And I
even not even
understand
brain
that,
wise,
but
but
I
like
also
genetics
think-
wise, because I knew 2 identical twins, girls, identical twins. One was heavier than the other.
Yeah.
Like always,
I think
but they were
that-
identical. So what happened? That one always weighed 30 pounds more than the other.
Life affects everybody
we
differently.
got the
Genetics.
dad's genes instead of the mom genes. The one
Except
got
they're
mom's
identical
genes,
twins, so they have the
dad's.
exact
Right.
same DNA.
they
That's fair.
they were an
down
egg
to every
and then
fucking.
they
That's
split
fair.
in the womb. Like everything is exactly the same.
So
My thing is I think
They were
that
both athletes too, so it's not like one was.
with the whole gun thing. I think you just need to teach people about it.
exactly.
I think you need
so
to. I need to. You need to put it back in schools.
if I
think you
could
need to
if I could throw
sit
it back.
down and tell people that, hey, listen, this is how you use it. This is what it does. Do not point at anybody. If you go, we're going to go back to the hunter thing. If you go hunting with somebody, or you know somebody who's a hunter and you're shooting with them, and you turn a gun a certain
Like
way,
Dick
we'll
Cheney.
grab it. We'll
Dick
fucking
Cheney.
grab it.
Yeah, they're
point
either
it
gonna
up
push
or
it
at the
down or up.
ground.
Dick Cheney.
And
One or the
I
other.
do the same shit.
That was
Because I'm like,
elementary
hey,
school.
this goes always up or at the ground. There's no other aspect.
Elementary school.
Unless
Dick
you're
Cheney
shooting
got
at
shot
something,
hunting.
it doesn't go down, or it goes down or up. It doesn't go.
Preferably down
You-
because if you
you
shoot
have-
it up with
It'll
anything
go
other than a
wild,
shotgun,
you'll
it's
be
going to
fine.
go forever and it's going to hit someone.
You
Maybe.
have your space. Your
Well, it's the same
Your
shit that I
arms.
learned as a. So we did. Actually, I don't think I personally ever did the shooting merit badge in Scouts. I think I mentioned that I've been a Boy Scout previously here. But the thing that was always like drilled into my head from the minute I was a Boy Scout was like having a pocket knife is like a rite of passage for a Boy Scout. And it's like you can't use it if they are within. If you hold your pocket knife closed, out arm's length, and you walk a circle around yourself. If anybody's in there, don't open the pocket knife, because if you fuck up and you're like whittling something and you fuck up and someone's within that circle, they're getting hurt.
right,
It's
but
the same
you're
thing with
taught
guns.
that.
Right, and that was drilled into my head, and you would literally lose your right as a Boy Scout to hold a pocket
Yes.
knife if you fucked up enough times.
If you didn't pass
Same thing as,
hunter
like,
safety, you
Points
can't
on your
hunt.
license.
So can I come full circle with that?
Yeah.
I sound terrible. So I had seen a series. I don't know what show it was done on, and it was down in Arizona, and it talked about gun control. And they went to gun shops asking for a certain amount of AKs, and there's gun regulations, and they would say that's suspicious. And every gun shop they went to, they weren't allowed to buy the guns because they had to do the checks and everything,
Right.
and everything checked out. But they do gun trade shows at,
Yes,
arenas
you can just buy them.
every weekend. And
Mm-hmm.
she went there without a license, said, I have cash, I need this, and she bought it straight up,
Yep.
which shows that, yes, there are people.
Gun shows
with-
are a little shady.
There are people.
Absolutely.
There's people with a pocket knife that do it right,
Right.
but there's also the people that don't give a fuck and they do it wrong.
Do it wrong.
And that's where
And that's-
where you get the right, and that's where you get the wrong.
and
Because
that's where
there's
it's-
always going to be someone that fucks it
It's
up.
it's
But you have
just
to
like
learn
the
about
internet,
it.
right?
Right.
You have
But
the
there's
trolls and
always
you have the
gonna
good
be someone
people.
that fucks it up.
I mean,
Always.
you're
The thing about it is like even if you teach them right from wrong, like I mean, the problem is even if you put laws towards it, the bad guy's always going to get what he wants.
Always going to be
Right.
someone
Because
that
You're
the
fucks
black
it up.
not gonna,
market.
even if you
There's-
say, "Hey, no guns here."
No matter what you tell
Okay,
them.
well, if somebody shows up with a gun, y'all are
Chicago.
fucked.
That's like the video where you put the marshmallow in front of the kid and you say, if you don't eat it, then I'll give you 10 more when I get back.
right.
And you have the ones that eat it because they can't. I mean, they're young.
Right.
That's unrelatable.
No,
but you
no,
have
no.
the ones.
No,
that are
but that's
like,
where you start,
It's-
though.
that's
they're
where you
like,
start,
I'm still
though,
going to
'cause
do
I-
it because that's right in front of me.
I
I'm
started
gonna do
learning
it.
about guns when I was 4 years old. Learning what's good, what's bad, how to use it, what to do with it. This.
You know what
And-
happens
and
with other
I-
people who
I-
are taught things at 4 years old?
So I
They
was
go on
always
to play in the NHL. They
I
go
was
on to
always
play in the
I was
MLB.
always
They go
taught
on-
I know.
to stay away from guns because my mom had a friend that was killed by a gun accidentally. So I was always taught that shit
It's not
can
s-
happen, so stay away from guns. That's how
Right.
I was taught.
Yeah, but
And I've
No,
always
the answer to that is
avoid
not stay
guns.
away from guns. It's know what they can do.
right,
Right.
but I've always just stayed away
Respect.
because I
You
had
always
no,
respect your weapon.
I had no business being around
always
them,
the
so.
weapon is the master when you have
But
it.
you
And
see,
like
even
my
if-
family's
even if
not
you choose-
my family's not hunters. The first time I shot
Right.
a gun was with you,
Right.
and I otherwise
were so
otherwise
scared.
I'd never been around a
The,
gun.
You were
thing,
so
the thing is,
scared.
Joel, is like staying away from it. Like even if it's something that, like
It makes
I
it
don't
worse.
want to be a part of,
Because you don't know anything.
I
It's
still
like
want to know about it because then when it's going on,
Right.
I know what's going on.
Right.
I know what can prevent it, or else I know what's
See,
gonna
but I
happen.
was too young to know, and like being young, putting myself around a gun. Obviously, that's not a good case because in school they say stay away from guns, stay away from drugs. But at a certain age, you need to understand the right.
If
from
you
wrong with
know
when you're
what's
when you're
going
mature
on
enough
with
to
it.
know what's
That's
going
like,
on.
They
yeah.
teach you sex ed in what, 5th grade?
Right.
Yeah, that's
I,
the problem.
I was
That's
11
actually-
years
That's
old.
when they need to start.
I was
teaching
11 years old when it changed to 12 now, but I was 11 when I got my hunter safety and I could actually carry a gun and hunt.
That's actually what I was
That-
going to segue
I
into.
couldn't
was
carry it. I could shoot them when
Well,
we were
you're
shooting
old,
trap or
there's
whatever.
an age where you know
but-
that you're old enough.
Sure.
11 years
And
old. is
Sometimes
when
it's
you
older
get-
than others,
12
and it's,
now
it
is when you
depends
can
on the
hunt.
person. But 12 is what we've decided is the average for the person who can decide. I know what's going on with this weapon,
Right.
essentially, and that's the thing. That's
But
the problem
you have
with
to
like
sit through
sex education.
6 hours classes.
So I was raised very Christian, very conservative, and like the general prevailing knowledge with that is like just abstain. Don't worry about it. Just don't think about it.
Have sex.
Because
Don't do
otherwise it's you're unclean or whatever. The thing is like you should know though, because I've known so many
See-
people. You're not muted, actually, by the way.
it. But there
You're
are.
I can still hear you.
There are.
So like the thing is that you need to know about. Oh, nice.
What
you
the
need it-
fuck?
You need to know about it in order to know. Like, 'cause
So
it's like
I worked with a guy.
But
His,
in that
the only thing I was ever taught was just don't have sex. Like, well, what the fuck does that mean? If the base instinct takes over and I do have sex, what do I need to know?
Right.
They don't teach you shit about that.
Right.
so
How
So
to
you
put
end up getting a
condom on,
fucking
or
girl
do this,
pregnant
or do this, or do
for no
that.
reason.
I worked with a guy
Right.
who has like a 4-year-old daughter, and they started calling a penis because he was like, she needs to know the analytical term.
Right.
So, like, don't call it something that it's not. That's
Right.
what
Right.
it is. Like,
No, that's
let
fair.
them know young so they grow up. They don't think it's funny because that's what it is.
So when I have kids,
You know?
Speaking of
no
the
matter
penis,
if it's
Brendan's got a fucking
No
pee,
more-
and he
no
ran,
matter
upstairs.
if it's a
upstairs
boy
in
or a girl,
hurry.
I will teach them how to hunt. I will teach them about the gun. I will take it apart, put it back together, teach them how that works. I will do the same thing with my AR.
And that's
my
fucking
handguns, my
phenomenal,
shotguns,
and everyone
my bow.
needs to do that.
I will
I-
do
but-
it with everything.
but
But that's
not
the issue.
everyone does
That's
it.
the issue. Is everybody is like, oh my god, guns. Oh my god, don't use them. Don't use them.
It's
well,
because
here's
they're
the issue.
uneducated.
Is if
what
you
it is.
just, I get some people do not like them. It's the same thing with a lot of things. It's like me not liking broccoli. I ain't gonna fucking touch it.
That's like vegans
I get
not
it.
liking beef.
But at least I know about it. I know the benefit of it, or I know the not benefit of it. Granted, broccoli is beneficial always around.
Pretty
But-
much. If you had used celery as an example, it
Celery.
would have been a little bit
Fine.
different.
Celery. I love
Like,
celery, though.
He's not shoving it
But
down
it's
your
nothing.
throat to
Right,
say-
and I'm not telling you you need to go shoot guns. You need to learn this. You need to learn that.
No,
But
you
my
just need to
thing
know
is-
about it.
Right, and people take it so far each way, right or left, and it's like you just have to learn about it. As long as you know about it, most likely it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
Because when we were growing up, granted, our senior year, yeah, we had a shooting, but before that, all we did was like, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face. We didn't go, I'm gonna shoot you.
Or you'd
no,
say,
fuck that
you'd
shit.
say, I'll kill you, but you didn't.
Right, you didn't mean it. A lot. People say that every single day, and I think that more people need to realize that the best option is nonviolence. Yes, it's
Yeah.
nonviolence.
Diplomacy is always preferred.
Right, and people don't learn that from their parents,
Yeah.
and so their parents either argue, like yell and scream, and then get into a fist fight. Or they always say, "Oh, I'm going to go shoot guns. I'm going to kill you." Blah blah blah, and the kids don't learn.
I would like to. Well, the other problem that I think that happens is that we don't teach kids critical thinking. We don't teach them to learn on their own.
Right.
We kind of.
I mean,
Whether
you
it's
do
on
in
purpose
high
or not.
school, like you have critical thinking classes.
Yeah, but no, I think it's
But
too
to
late.
be honest, by then that's way too late.
Yeah, it's
I
too late.
agree.
You need to teach your kid from the moment they can talk.
That's
that
why
they
I
need
think,
to have
I think
their own thoughts.
Sports, any sport. Yeah, I don't like every sport, but any sport's good. It's good because critical thinking. What are you going to do in this situation? What are you going to do in that
Right.
situation?
If you can think
Are you
outside
gonna
the box,
throw it
you're
to
gonna
this guy?
you're gonna be
throw it to
better.
that guy? Are you going to run it? Are
Right.
you going to shoot the ball? Not shoot the ball? Not shoot the puck? Shoot the puck? Like when they are able to play a sport, kids need to play sports.
Yep.
No matter if it's soccer, baseball, lacrosse, hockey, football, whatever.
I
it
know
is,
there's a lot of
Well, I
shit
mean,
that's given out for
even-
like the participation trophies, but
which
fucking
that needs to stop.
well,
Yes.
no, but at like 5 years old, dude. I mean,
No, it needs to stop.
I mean, yes and no, but there
But
is a
the
certain
thing- the
age
thing
where
is because-
it stops being beneficial because at like
It's not
5 or
beneficial
6
at
years
all.
old. Well, yeah, yes and no. So at 5 and 6 years old, they
Until
just
a
need to
6-year-old kid that's been playing for 3 years that's lost every single game and has never gotten a trophy. No, but why don't you want to play next year? Fuck this shit. Why would I play? I'm
Right.
terrible at it.
No, it doesn't mean you're terrible at it. You could be good at it. Doesn't mean your team is.
yeah,
good
but
at
that
it.
but I
that
mean,
requires a good coach
that's-
and a good parent,
Yeah.
which we've already discussed is not
Which-
necessarily in it.
right.
I'm just
But if
saying
all
that
of us,
I'm
if all of
playing
us
devil's
sat around-
advocate here.
Matt,
I feel
if
like
you
that
had a
that's
kid-
one of the problems is that kids don't understand how
Losing.
to lose. Kids don't understand how there is bad shit that can happen
right.
in this world.
Right.
They're
You
always
should always
like,
try as hard
like,
as you
ever
can, no matter
since-
fucking what.
Ever since I became a supervisor at my job, like all these kids that come in now, they expect all this shit handed to them. I say, no, you have to go move that shit yourself. You have to go do this. You have to go do that. And they look at you like you just kicked their dog.
No, I agree.
It's
Because we have
like
the same thing too.
Eventually they
Right,
give up
absolutely.
and they understand eventually.
and
But the
as a
problem is that when they're coming to you
Some
at
of them don't
fucking
understand.
18, 19 years
As a
old,
coach
it's way too late.
in high school,
In high school, it's way too late. You need to learn that shit way before then. Because that's bad habits.
absolutely.
Some kids can recover from that. Some
Well,
kids can like
absolutely,
be like
they get it,
that
and they're
all
like,
they
"Oh,
they already
yeah."
knew all of that, but
Yep.
they just wanted to act in their own interest, and you kick them in the ass a little bit, and you're like, hey, you got to fucking work for what you got.
And here's the thing:
They
I
get
think
it.
where we
But
live,
not everybody does.
Where we live also is great because Nebraska isn't really the here. Everybody
There's
get
a good
fucking
mix.
trophy. Yeah, there's a good mix, but if you play a sport, you're not getting a trophy. For being fifth. Like fuck you, you're fifth. You don't get one.
Right.
You're done. Take a seat.
The problem is
better
that
next year.
I honestly think that. Well, we already went political, so I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, think that our governor does not line up with the values of the average
Absolutely.
Nebraskan.
I agree,
idiot.
but
Fuck Pete
Fuck Pete
Ricketts.
Ricketts. He's a
somebody voted
fucking
for
idiot.
him.
He's a
Wow.
A
fucking
lot of
idiot.
Not
somebodies.
this guy.
Yeah. 51% of people at least voted for him. So.
Sorry, but fuck Pete Ricketts.
But
Yeah.
I'll just sit down my mic on this one. I don't vote.
Hey, Pete Ricketts, if you're listening to this, fuck you, Pete
Matt,
Ricketts, you bald
have a
fucking
kid-
sardine ass
and yo-
motherfucker.
And
Joel,
yo couch.
here's a good question
Yeah.
for you.
Fuck
since
yo
you're married.
couch, Pete Ricketts.
Billy, you too. Chris, you too. And I'm going to ask the two non-married guys. I'm going to ask everybody.
Brennan's basically married.
Goddamn true. I got told what
If-
I was eating tonight.
You got told?
No.
Yeah.
I
Eating
wasn't
what?
hungry.
Yeah, you're married.
I was not hungry. Cassidy comes down. I'm hungry. I said, well, I'm not, so go get some food. She disappears for about 30 minutes, comes back down and just stares at me. I'm like, huh, you're still hungry, huh? You didn't go get any
She
food.
said, you're eating
I'm hungry.
right
I'm like,
now,
well,
boy.
I was like, well, I guess I'm hungry now. Let's go get some food.
And then
So
you
I'm
had to
married.
sign off of Xbox. And
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
"Okay,
yeah.
well,
That's what I left the party.
And then you got legally married.
Would
Anyways.
you teach your kid
Yes, whatever your question is, probably.
if, well, yeah, I
Probably.
know you and you because,
Lacrosse? Yes.
well, yeah, yes. Thank you. You teach your kid lacrosse.
Yeah.
So this is for me.
No, yeah, you too. Would you teach your kid lacrosse
I'd say
or
so.
football?
Fuck lacrosse. No, I just wanted to come.
Lacrosse has less concussions.
I don't know.
So think carefully.
I would try to teach them both and let them choose.
Yep.
which
Well,
one
they're
to
two
go for.
different times,
Open
spring
to-
and fall.
open to
You
both.
play both.
You can play both. Yeah, that's
my
true.
thing,
You
what I
could.
was going to say is, would you teach your kid that losing is okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Losing's good. Losing will teach
That's
you
a-
life
that's
lessons.
one
literally-
thing. That's one thing I never learned. I can never stand to lose.
Literally, failure.
It's true.
You show
I-
me someone who likes to lose,
I
and I'll
ta-
show you
well,
a loser.
It's not so much
Right.
liking
Well,
to
no,
lose;
I
it's that
get
it
that.
teaches
But
you
what I'm-
something.
Accepting
what I'm
I
the
agree.
fact.
What
I
I'm
agree.
saying,
but I have a tough time
accepting
with losing.
losing. Like, you may not be okay with it, but if you
But you
lose,
learn
you
from it.
have to accept that.
You need
So-
to.
Because if you don't, then you're not going to grow.
You can't win everything.
You're not going to grow.
Exactly.
Can't win them all.
You,
Can't win 'em
I
all.
applied for 250 jobs.
Can't win them
That's a
all.
lot.
Got 0 till this last one. Finally got hired.
Can't win
Yeah.
them all.
your failures are as much what make you
That's
as
how
your
you learn.
successes.
Right.
So there's a rap song that says, everything I'm not made me everything I am.
Exactly.
Or
So everything that you
whatever
lose and you
sponsor
don't
us.
succeed
doesn't kill you
what
makes you
are.
stronger, right?
Yes.
it's the
I
same
mean,
concept.
If you lose, you're gonna know what to do next time. Like I coach a team. The team
What team?
learned a lacrosse team. Haha.
Fucking good one, Joel.
A team
I also coach the
that
same team, so good
is
luck.
absolutely amazing. Let me tell you,
They have so much
these
talent.
guys- these
They're
guys,
so capable.
These guys learned from their last loss. They've gone on a 3-game winning streak. Why? Because they knew. Well, one, we played.
This is what
3
we did
games
wrong
that
in
day,
this loss.
But 2, they learned from what they did wrong, and they want it. You have to want something to get
So
it.
let me throw it to the fucking Huskers last year. How far into the season did they say, we need to fucking get it together?
6 games.
Three-fourths
And if-
three-fourths of the
and
way.
if you're not
Yeah,
going to be a
6
part of
games.
it, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
3/4 of the
And
way.
guess-
we just lost the Huskers just lost another player
Yeah.
because he didn't believe in the
But they
system.
don't care. They're like, fuck
Trust
it, get
in
out.
the system.
Get out.
Like that is what you have to do if you want
And
something.
guess who the Huskers lost? A bunch of fucking dead weight.
Right.
in my
a
opinion.
ton of dead weight.
Yes.
I just think that you have to teach kids it's not okay to lose, but it's okay to lose. Does that make sense?
It's okay to lose
is
if you
okay to
learn
lose.
from it.
Right.
If you learn from losing,
If you're
you will
doing
get
this,
better.
if you're making the same mistake every time, that's a
Granted, Matt, our lacrosse team,
I mean,
I couldn't figure shit
I played
out.
lacrosse for 2 years and never won a single game.
Yeah, we did. We won indoor. We won indoor every year.
problem. Yeah, but that wasn't like part of the
I
season.
don't care. We still won the preseason.
I mean, this is exactly like looking at like competitive gaming for like what I've been doing with Madden and that kind of stuff. If you get your ass kicked, you have to learn from what you're doing. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything in the end.
Right.
Right.
And the thing is that you can't get tilted in the process because you don't think about anything else. You're only worried about winning.
Right.
It's like, well, you're not learning at that point.
Right.
You're just operating
just
out of spite,
want
which is
to
a big
win.
problem for me because a lot of the shit I do, like I fixed Matt's screen door out of spite because it wouldn't fucking open one day, and I was like, I'm gonna.
I
fix
mowed
it.
his fucking lawn because it's going to rain.
Granted-
and
Out of
it needed
spite.
fucking
Granted,
mowed.
I want to win too. Like everything I do, I want to win.
Joel, I also told everybody else, but I was going to mow after we golfed this afternoon. And I was like, I really don't want to.
Yeah.
Either Joel will do it tonight or I'll do it tomorrow morning.
Hey,
All right,
hey,
sorry, Brendan.
time the
Sorry,
fuck out. You
Brendan.
want to know
Will you
something?
bring
This has
up your
been
topics?
hardcore.
So I was
This
at,
has been.
I was at work today, and I was dead fucking tired from working all day long. We've been trimming like right-of-ways and shit all day long, and I was like, I'm not gonna mow Matt's fucking yard tonight, even if it needs mowed. I'm not fucking doing it.
To be fair, I told myself that before I found out you were sick.
And to be
shit.
fair,
And
you
guess
did
what I
play
did?
rock paper scissors with Brendan to figure out who would do it, and you lost.
No,
No,
that was
the
to
who
shotgun
drank.
that was
beer.
a 1 minute.
that was
chug.
to
Oh.
chug a beer.
Yeah, like we
That
did
has nothing to
do with
because they
mowing.
hit the
I
fucking
misunderstood that.
stump.
So we all decided that
He's
we were
0
gonna
for
play
2.
beer darts,
Yeah.
and then
And Joel was like, "We need to
so-
set up for this, and
so
nobody
I
else
said,
is going to
well,
do it." so
I'll
I'm
mow,
gonna
I'll
fuck-
mow half your lawn, and I was like, well, it's gonna rain, and I'm not gonna be a dick and leave half your yard fucking overgrown.
See, that's why you're a good person. That's why you're not going to shoot up a
So
school.
I was like, I'm gonna mow your whole yard, taken care of. That's it.
Wow.
Done. Because Joel was
I
raised
mean,
right.
you did only get the backyard, so
Yeah, but you mowed
You
your
said
front
you
yard.
mowed the
Well,
front
shit, it's been
recently.
5 days
almost
since
a
then,
week
almost.
ago.
Yeah.
About a week ago. No, all right.
Brendan,
All right.
sorry for taking all
Topics.
your topics.
Well,
but topic.
I mean, don't be sorry because they're not that great of
This-
topics.
This
I
has been
believe it.
good content.
We're
I don't know
on-
if it's been palatable content, but it has been good content.
We've been on the sport thing. What sport would be
Lacrosse.
the best sport to watch if it had a mandatory level of alcohol you had to
NASCAR.
consume?
No.
good one.
Never-
That is a good one.
Indy 500.
Don't
What's
cuss.
the
Don't cuss. This could
mandatory
be good.
alcohol?
Never drink and drive.
You just have to
Never drink and drive.
drink to the point where it's like, oh,
You're
man,
falling
I've been
over.
drinking.
Ping pong.
Honestly,
Um,
lacrosse is a good
lacrosse,
answer because it
I-
requires a lot of hand-eye coordination, and that
oh
goes
my God.
straight to the
That
toilet
game
when you
would
start
take
drinking.
so fucking long.
The
It
balls
would.
better
Especially
not
if it was
ever
like
hit the ground
15
nobody's
minutes.
scooping.
Hey.
Yeah, everybody be raking and there. Oh man, I want
Baseball.
I want a
Billiards.
men's league game
Pool?
that is
Billiards.
just
Oh,
straight
really?
up.
They'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
shit.
You'd hit off the edge of it.
And it would
Bowling,
be
they
like
would-
enclosed, but they'd be like, ugh.
Bowling,
I was
they
gonna
throw
say-
it down the wrong lane.
I can promise you that
I mean,
pool is way more entertaining when you're drinking.
beer
Oh,
beer
yeah.
bowling is a thing though. So
touche.
Bowling
Yeah.
and bowling and billiards are both like there are
Yeah,
so
I mean,
many
yeah, a
different
lot of
places you
people
can go
do,
play
yeah.
pool.
Yeah.
Baseball
would
Brendan,
be.
that's a good question.
Baseball would be really
Baseball would
entertaining.
be
Trying to watch
interesting.
people pitch or hit the ball.
Or
Oh.
hit the
Yeah,
ball.
and or both.
Or
Yeah.
catch a ball.
That
if it did get hit.
That
I
probably
think-
would get boring though. 'cause
Honestly, I
nothing
think-
would be happening.
Yeah.
It's already boring.
Yeah. Honestly, I think
That's a
it'd
fair
be more
point.
boring.
That's a fair point.
Or
I think catchers probably make out the best in that
Oh
deal.
Jesus
What about
Christ!
I mean,
Golf.
and I'm gonna say legit, just
Golf
entertaining
is
though.
easy playing drunk. Hold
Volleyball.
on.
I mean, drunk volleyball is one of the most
Good to
fun
watch.
things that you can do.
I-
It'd be
That's fair.
just as fun to watch people.
I
play
agree with
drunk
Joel.
volleyball.
The craziest sport to watch
But
would be
that'd be
NASCAR.
insane.
NASCAR.
Just a bunch
You
of people
realize
going,
people running into
shit.
each other trying to take
Going
left
200
turns
miles
at
an hour.
200
Well,
miles
hold
an
on.
hour.
I got this one.
Drunk?
You guys know why NASCAR exists, right?
Yeah,
Because we drink.
because we drink.
Because of prohibition.
Right.
Yeah.
They
So
were
you had
running from
rum
cops.
runners
Hey?
running around.
And it
so
comes
yeah,
all full circle.
exactly. If you
Yeah,
go back
so
to the
fuck
roots,
it.
You
Let's
throw-
fucking make
I
them
bet
drink.
if you go back a couple years, throw a beer in Dale Earnhardt's hands, he wouldn't hit that wall that hard. He wouldn't have fine. He probably
That's
never
rough.
made it that
Or
wall.
he
he'd
probably
live.
would have made that turn.
Or
Hey,
his
or-
body would have gone up in flames.
Hey,
He
let's
would've
be
made
honest.
that
no,
turn.
or he
I
would
bet
live
that
because
shit
he'd be
happened back
limp
then.
enough. He'd be like,
Yeah. Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. He wouldn't have tensed up and
See, but I bet that shit happened back then because they didn't know. Any
Oh,
better.
I'm sure a lot of
sure
people.
they were
did.
like,
I'm
fuck
sure a
it.
lot of people still do it.
Boom.
I'm
Go.
sure a lot of football players.
Yeah,
basketball-
contrary-
Oh fuck! Who was the? Josh Gordon. Josh Gordon now did play for the Browns. Played for the Patriots for this year. Got
He's in rehab
suspended
right now.
again. He said that he got drunk before every game. Every
Hey.
game.
I mean, I will readily
He drank-
admit I take a shot at least
so do I.
before every. See, one drink though,
So here's
according
a
to the
twist.
Olympics, is a performance-enhancing drug because
Why?
it calms your nerves.
So what?
One drink.
Well, fuck. Then we're on steroids.
Here's
Right.
Here's a
I mean,
twist.
basically, according to that,
There
that's
was
a whole
there was a
different
story
discussion.
I had heard about Pat Sajak, Wheel of Fortune.
Yep.
He'd get drunk before every show.
Yeah.
Probably,
That he
you would
That
probably
does-
have to
that
be the
makes
host of that
sense.
show.
Alternatively, Pat Sajak is a fucking asshole. Just
Yeah.
from all the shows that I've watched, like he was so friendly as a child. But like now that I'm older, all of his comments like bullshit. He's an asshole
Yeah,
for being a host.
yeah. So is Alex Trebek though. Alex
You were
Trebek
close,
is the king of sass.
but you won.
Congrats,
Alex Trebek is like. Did you see the one where it was like some fucking person on the show? He's like, because he asked everybody. I think in the middle break, he's like, "Hey, what do you do or whatever," and they tell their story. And there was one where Alex Trebek was like, okay, and then like went on to the next person without any comment to the previous person's like life story that they just laid out on national television. Fucking Alex Trebek was like, all right, you suck. All right, next on to the next one.
Laugh, like not good enough.
Yeah, he's like,
he has stage 4 cancer, so that's probably why.
that was before he found out. This is like 4 or 5 years ago.
Well,
He's
shit.
like,
He
you
probably
suck.
knew, he just didn't want to tell people.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like you don't. I don't feel like you go to the doctor and find out you have stage 1 cancer and then also end up with stage 4. I feel like you
That's
go to the
fair.
doctor and you're like, oh, fuck, I have cancer. Oh, shit, I didn't catch it soon enough. It's stage 4 cancer. Suddenly. Like, the goal isn't to progress through the stages. It's not a fucking high score competition.
Yes,
You don't
I
go
know.
and get diagnosed at stage 1 and you're
I
like,
have stage
Trust me, I
99.
know.
yeah, I'm just going to fucking wait.
Stage
You don't wait.
3000.
You get it treated immediately.
I know.
So he fucking found out, oh shit, I'm fucked.
How the fuck do you how do you not figure out that you've stage?
Because it
There's
probably didn't affect
pancreatic
anything.
Cancer.
It's pancreatic cancer. All of his fucking beta cells on his pancreas probably worked. So he didn't know he had type 2 diabetes or type 1 diabetes or whatever the case might have been. He didn't know until he went to the doctor and was like, hey, I feel kind of funny. I'm like, well, you have a year to live. Like,
What is pancreatic cancer?
yeah. I'll take terminal diseases for 1,000, Alex. And he was like, what?
What?
I can just imagine the doctor doing that. That would be so fucked up.
It would be super fucked. It would be the
Trying
most
to-
fucked.
I was trying to lighten the mood.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer.
It's like that episode of Family Guy where he's like completely beaten around the bush.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, like he thinks it's so bad. And he's like, oh, no, it's just this. This is fine.
Yeah.
Picture myself.
I thought you were going with the Wheel of Fortune episode where he's like, RPQ.
Batman symbol.
Batman symbol, and
A
then the number
third
3.
Q.
Yeah.
Third Q.
And then he guesses. He's
Ooh,
like,
how
"Home
much
on the
for that
Range or
guy
whatever."
in the picture? That's you,
How much
sir.
for the fat
Oh,
guy
that's
in the
embarrassing.
circle? That's you, sir. Oh, that's embarrassing.
I'll take the ceramic Dalmatian and.
That's from Friends.
And I'll just take the rest in cash.
Well, I mean that was on the Family Guy episode.
Was it?
when he's
Okay.
picking out the prices?
That must,
yeah.
Yeah.
It had to
He's
have been
like,
a Friends
and I'll
reference.
I'll
just
take
take the
a
rest of the
Q,
gift card.
another Q, the Batman symbol.
A third
Well,
cue.
They
A
have
third
Alex
Q.
Trebek in Family Guy too, because
Yes.
they say his name backwards, Kerbert Zella,
Kerbert
and
Zella.
that's when
Ah!
he disappears. Yeah.
So Sarah really likes my wife, Sarah, by the way, really likes Family Guy, but she hates American Dad.
My wife.
I mean,
It's not made by. Is it made
Yeah,
by?
It's
Seth
the
MacFarlane
same.
made both.
It's
Yeah.
literally the
Oh.
same show.
Whole different concept.
Yeah, that's
though.
fair.
Family Guy was the OG though.
Yeah.
American
That
American
makes
Dad
sense.
came afterwards. It's funny, but it's
She really
It's
likes
if
not-
it.
American Dad
that-
came first, people would find American Dad funnier.
American
than Family
Dad
Guy, I
is
bet.
more
Right.
Well, an
dry
American.
political.
it's-
versus
yeah.
Family Guy is more.
Because he works for the CIA
stupid.
and shit.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like the Cleveland show. They tried to run off with Cleveland. And they're like, well, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Cancel this shit.
So the thing with American Dad is, so she's a theater. If she went to college all the way through, she would have been a theater major probably. She really likes the theme song of American Dad. It's way better than Family Guy's theme song
Yeah.
from a musical standpoint.
Yes.
So she's like, man, I just really like that theme song, but I just cannot get into the show. Like, are you serious? Roger is Brian. Stan is obviously Peter. Everybody else is the same, except for instead of being a dog, the fucking
It's
comic
an
relief is
alien.
an alien.
And they have like drier personality.
Right. It's
Instead
all the
of,
same.
Like being blatantly
That's
stupid.
fair.
Yeah.
They have like some sort of personality.
Yeah. I don't know. I like them both equally. But if I had to pick, I'd say Family Guy over American Dad. But that's just because there's like fucking 16 seasons of Family Guy.
It's-
So, like,
I think it's
If I
just
were
better
locked in a
all around.
box on a desert island, I would pick Family Guy over.
There's more jokes around the content of the
Right.
characters.
There's more cutaways in
Family
Family Guy
Guy
too, which is
versus-
really
I mean,
really
that was
what-
the crux of their comedy.
right, which
Yeah.
really tickles my humor. Like I really
Okay,
like that. I like
okay.
that non sequitur kind of humor.
So to interject, at what point did it go from laugh and cry to F and cry on the intro song?
That's a good question because Sarah once was like, while the intro was playing, she was like, "Fucking cry," and I was like, "That's not how it goes." And she's like, "That's what my brother and I always said." He's
Yeah.
like,
There's
"Seriously?"
a certain point through he says laugh and cry, or you hear F and cry. But I don't
See,
know
I
in
always
between
heard
what
it first
season
as
it is.
laugh and cry, so my brain autocorrects it to laugh and cry.
But it's funny to see when you see it on
It's kind of
TV
the
now.
Yanny Laurel bullshit. It's the same thing. It's the same
No, there's
concept, the same
In
idea.
my mind, there's a clear difference. But I think what's funny to see is like the detail to where like when it comes on Adult Swim now, you know if it's a new or an old ass episode.
Right. Well, I always tell by the animation quality,
That's what
and
it
whether
is.
it's letterboxed or widescreen.
Yes, you can tell.
Are we
But
almost done?
I prefer
We
Or no?
well, my timer just went off. That sound you just heard just a minute ago.
I
That was
prefer
my-
the newer
timer
versus
for-
the older.
You can go pee without the
Pee,
episode
baby.
being over.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's
Hell
not
yeah.
unprecedented.
Hell
I hate
yeah,
it.
baby.
As an editor, I feel like Gus.
Hell yeah, baby.
Definitely. Matt's not paying attention. He doesn't know.
I definitely prefer
Yeah.
the newer versus the older for Family Guy.
Yeah.
But I relate to the older.
But again,
being
because
younger and watching, I have so many references. But at the same time, the newer, I think I relate to more.
my problem is that I reference things like my humor is very much based on like whose line is it anyway, so random just like
Oh, yeah.
fucking nonsense. And Family Guy, for some reason, I don't know why,
I love.
but like
Cruise Line. I
that
grew up
kinda-
on that shit.
cutaway type humor is like very much
Just-
how I'll reference something out of the blue, and I don't give a shit if nobody gets it except for one person in the room, which is I've made several Red versus Blue or other Rooster Teeth references that only Matt will get, but I'm cool with that as long as one person gets it, as long as one person understands what I'm going for.
So have
Sweet.
you,
It was
have
a
you
good
watched
joke.
the Orville?
No,
I've
See,
heard
so
amazing things about
the
it.
funny thing about that is that we just watched an episode of Family Guy where they reference where Peter's like listing off people, and one of the things is he says the Orville, the ship, not the crew. Like he
So, like, he's
specifically
talking about the
references the
show.
show. But the thing is that Seth MacFarlane is the voice of Peter and is also the star of the Orville.
Right. I've seen one, but it wasn't relatable, like to me, because it's just not something I'm into.
Well, see, were you
But
into Star
they-
Trek as a kid?
no.
It's very much a love letter to Star Trek.
It reminded me.
So
of,
if you weren't into Star Trek, you're not going
it
to.
reminded me of Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. Is what it reminded me of.
I don't think that's what they were going for.
But-
if I had to, if I'm
You
gonna be
missed
honest,
it by that much.
But
that much.
I did see that they are doing a new season. so it must be
That's
a pretty
good.
damn popular
Awesome.
show.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like it's kind of like Galaxy Quest. Did you ever watch Galaxy Quest?
Fuck no.
No, Galaxy Quest is a fucking great movie. But again,
Galaxy Quest is a great one.
it's only great if you enjoyed Star Trek. Because otherwise, it's like it's a good movie on its own, but like it's a great movie if you watch Star Trek growing up.
Seen it, but it was
Tim Allen, what's her bitch, fucking
yeah. It was
what's his ass? Sam
It was a long.
The fuck
time
is his
ago that I
name?
saw it.
from he's also in Iron Man. He's fucking Hammer in Iron Man. Sam, fuck is his name?
Elliot.
No, that's the really old dude. Fucking Rockwell. Sam Rockwell is in that
okay.
movie. He's the fucking red shirt in that movie.
I've seen
I don't
it,
think he ever
I've seen
actually
it, but it
dies
was so long
in that
ago
movie.
that I couldn't relate to that shit.
No, it's a
Probably
great
'cause I've
movie.
never watched
If
that.
you've never seen Galaxy Quest, watch it. It is every bit of satire of the sci-fi genre and also a love letter to the sci-fi genre, which is the same thing as the Orville is. It is the only way that you can truly satirize something is if you actually understand it.
All right, boys.
Ding 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 ding.
Brennan's
about that
fucking
time.
texting a novel.
It is.
over
It is
here.
that time, and it is.
Yeet, skeet.
Hardly.
It's 10:10.
Hardly. Jesus
We've been
Christ,
at it
who
for-
the fuck are
hold
you
on.
fucking Snapchatting?
I'm
What's
so
your topic?
mad no one talks
What's
to
your
me
topic?
anymore. I don't have any.
You're a
That was
liar.
it. I have a couple, but I'm going to save them
All right.
That's good.
for next week.
We're at 58 minutes, but we also bullshitted for like 10 minutes before we actually started, so this is like perfect.
Wow. We're perfect. Bush Light, MeUndies, all the above. Send
Red
us your
Bull.
stuff.
Bush Light,
We're
MeUndies,
thirsty.
Red Bull, and
Bush Light,
Squarespace.
we finished
Let's
all
just
your
throw that
beer.
in there for no reason.
We need help. We have a problem, but send more.
Floop is a madman. Help us, save us.
Here comes Trace.
There we go.
Hey,
That was actually on the other
like
day.
us
for the
on
first time.
Instagram.
Fucking
Hey,
what
hey,
channel?
hey.
I watched
Shush.
that on the plane
I'm
back
sh-
from Mexico.
I don't remember.
Nice.
Like
What'd you
us.
But it
watch?
was where they opened the doors.
What'd you watch?
There's no food, and then they close it, and then
Makes a
all
noise
that
and-
shit's in there. I was
And they had like the dehydrated McDonald's that you put in
And then
there.
being-
Put-
being
oh
an
my
adult-
God. Quote unquote microwave.
being an adult, I was
We're
like,
talking about
if-
Spy
if-
Kids, bitch. Get
I
on
was
the
like,
train.
if
Yeah.
I opened a cabinet and that shit was in my cabinet, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, right.
My favorite part of that movie is where they get out of the fucking underground submarine boat.
Oh, fuck
and then
yeah.
Judy goes, "Did you lock it?" And she goes, "Beep beep." Yep.
I just
Wow.
enjoy that movie is in the same
The thumb-
cinematic universe as the Machete movies because
Yeah. Which
Machete
includes,
is the same
which-
character in
which
both the movies.
includes Grindhouse and Death Proof.
Yes.
The uncle, what's his name?
Machete.
Machete.
Wait, they
That's
call
literally
him
his name.
Machete?
Yeah. So the Quentin
No,
Tarantino,
it's
the
Uncle Machete.
Tarantino universe
Machete's
lives
spy
in the
products.
same. It's the same universe as Spy Kids.
So yes, you have
Jesus
seen
Christ.
Lindsay Lohan's tits in the Spy Kids universe.
Wow.
Wait, what the?
What
fuck?
a time to be alive.
Yeah,
What
they're
movie is she in? That's Tarantino?
Machete.
Which
Oh,
one?
okay. I didn't see that.
Machete, like the
Can we Google this to confirm?
probably. Yeah.
Probably.
He has a threesome with Lindsay Lohan and her mom.
What the shit?
Oh, as everybody's
I have never
biggest
seen this.
fantasy.
That wasn't Freaky
Obviously.
Friday.
Nope.
No, that wasn't that one.
No.
She was still underage when that movie was made. I think.
Are we
so
sure?
You're not allowed to say that.
Can we confirm?
I mean, go to IMDb,
think so.
Jack.
No thanks. Let's just assume she was.
Well, again, we've
You
had
said
this
yep.
discussion.
You said yep.
Does it count? So, if you think about somebody when you were that age,
Yeah, exactly.
masturbating, so you're putting yourself in your own 16-year-old mind, and you're thinking about some girl who's
I
16.
thought we were wrapping
Who said
this
I was
up.
16 and masturbating?
I assume.
No, you are masturbating your 16-year-old self.
Yes.
At the
Is
age
it
you are
gay
now?
but also pedophilic?
Congratulations.
And is it
you played
masturbation or
yourself.
sex?
This is weird.
Would you fuck your clone?
Oh boy, that was one of my things.
No.
Was it?
not be able to fuck your clone, but damn, no clones in
Jesus.
general.
Was this related to the Snapchat filter?
No.
I'd
would
probably.
you fuck a female version of yourself?
I would.
Would you fuck the female
Well,
Snapchat version of yourself?
Just based on the face, yeah. I didn't see the tits or the ass or anything, but I know what my hips and my ass look like, and yes,
Oh boy.
as long as I inherit that as a girl
What
me,
the fuck?
I'm on board.
No. You have to do
Boom.
it off the base of the Snapchat, so that's face only. That's not the rest of you.
I'm just assuming that I inherit the rest. Trace, where can you find us?
All right, everybody,
Wait,
pull out
wait,
Snapchat
wait,
right
wait,
now.
wait.
I want to see.
We're ending this
everybody's,
podcast on
female
my
version.
shittiness about me fucking myself.
All right.
Literally.
We
So
are
where can you
on
find us?
Spotify, Libsyn, Google Play, YouTube, iTunes,
That's it. That's all. of them.
Twitter, Instagram.
Yes.
Go follow both of us on Twitter. Both of us. Go
I just
follow
look like
us
a
on
fucking
both
ruffle
of Twitter, Instagram, and all the things I just said.
Yep.
Give us a like.
It might be kind of
Give
hard to
us a
follow us on
comment.
iTunes because apparently we can't be found. We need to have the RSS link. So maybe I'll post that on Twitter. So if you want to fucking find it on iTunes, you better follow us on Twitter,
Twitter,
you bastards.
baby.
Why do you have to cuss at everyone? I can't
Listen,
pull clips.
do you even know who I
can't
am?
pull clips, and they all have cussing in them.
All right.
Okay?
Next episode, clean podcast.
Fuck that.
I'm
Good luck. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm not going to
no
beep
way.
anything.
How do you
Wait,
do
let me
that?
see, Joel. I didn't have glasses on.
No,
I-
Joel?
That just looks like a female Joel. Like,
Yeah, that's a little bit too
Close
much.
my eyes. I close my eyes.
Hey, all right. We out. Thanks for listening.
I picked the beard
Good
one,
night.
and I